Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm just going to be telling you 5 tips for when dueling. Now there's just 5 things that I use when I duel, and it does work out for me, so I thought I'd share them with you guys. So at number 1 we have use as little trap cards as you can. And as you can see in my Cosmo deck, my main deck that I use, I have 2 trap cards, and that is it. I know you can use Solemn or Mirror Force or any type of... I could even use Cosmojo. But in my opinion, it's not good to use a lot of trap cards because you have to set them and then you have to wait until your next turn or the opponent's turn that you can activate them. Now, in that time frame, they can just destroy the card. Or say I have this, I set it, it's just Mirror Force. So if I set Mirror Force, then I can only activate if they attack. If they don't attack, it's just a waste of a card then because I can't use it. Or with Solemn Warning, you need to set it and then you can only activate it if they summon a monster. Now they could destroy before they summon the monster, so it's basically just useless. Or they could destroy this before attacking, so again it was just useless. So yeah, that's why I prefer to use only 2 trap cards because they can just, lose you the game. You could use better spell cards that you can activate instantly. Number 2, number 2 tip is that you should set spell cards in your main phase 2. Reason being, because if you do set in your main phase 1, then say if they were playing Cosmos and I set this, for example, I don't know, if I set E-Tele because it's a quick spell, then say I attack them or I don't want to activate this turn, but I set it and I attack them, and if they're playing, for example, Cosmos, they could banish, special summon, Slip Ride and destroy it. Now I didn't want to use it at that time, but because I've got it down there in my main phase 1, they can do something or destroy it, or if they have Twin Twister down there, they could destroy it even though I didn't want to use it. So if I have it in my hand and then I do everything I need to do, they can't do anything to my backline because I don't have one. And then main phase 2, I can just set it and then end my turn. So when it's their turn, I can choose to activate it if I want to summon a defense or summon a monster to banish and special summon, because that's when it's going to be more useful. And it can work with, for example, trap cards as well, or MST if I want to set it, or anything else. If I want to set it, then set in your main phase 2, so in your main phase and on battle phase, they don't do anything to destroy them or anything. So that's the second tip. Third tip is don't ever risk anything. Now what I mean by that is, for example, if I have Allure of Darkness but I have no dark monsters in my hand, but I have quite a few cards in my hand, and I'm like, if I activate this, I've got a high chance of getting, say, Dark Planet or any dark monster. But that's not good, because if I don't, then that is my whole hand gone. So that's it, because I can't do anything else now, because I've discarded my whole hand, so that's a risk. Or if they have a face down monster or face down cards, don't risk it and attack them anyway, because they can activate. They might be bluffing, but is it worth the risk if, say, they activate Mirror Force, or if that defense breach monster has an effect when it flips face up or goes to the graveyard? So it's not really worth it in my opinion, so I choose to play it safe. Number 4, always have a backup. Now what I mean by that is don't use everything at once. For example, if I have, say, these, this and this in my hand, now the smart thing to do would be, say, summon Farm Girl, attack, add the card to your hand, for example, Landwalker or Slip Rider, summon it and end your turn there. What would be stupid was, say, if I banish Dark Destroyer and this to summon this, then if they destroy that, that's it, I can't do anything else. Can summon this, but then I'll have an empty hand. Or if I use this, summon this, banish it, special summon, banish this, special summon this, and now I've got this in my hand, so I've got no backup plan. But if I do what I did before, I'll have Slip Rider on the field, so when Slip Rider dies, I'll have these in my hand. So say I summon Slip Rider, attack with Slip Rider, whatever, destroy that, and then it's their turn. If they attack it, I can summon Tin Can or any level 4 or lower, and then I can banish that to summon Dark Destroyer. But if I do it all quickly in one turn, unless I'm sure I can kill them, then I'm out of cards. Same goes with spells, traps, everything. If I have 2 Call of the Haunted, I should only set 1, because I don't think there would come a time where I'd have to use both. These 2 are just in case I have something in the graveyard. Or if I have 3 MSTs, don't activate all of them at once, because if I say clear their back line and they activate something after that, I know I've not got an MST. So you should always have a backup that you can use later on in the game. And last of all, tip number 5 is don't waste cards in your deck. Now, it is best to have 40 cards because then you can get to your best cards quickly. Like, I've not got any. So if it's 40 cards, then you've got a higher chance of getting the good cards. But if you've got 60, then it's going to take longer. So, for example, you could say I use 2 Call of the Haunteds. Now, I could use 3, but it would be a waste of cards because if I don't have anything in my graveyard, but I have 2 Call of the Haunteds in my hand, it's a waste. Same goes for terraforming. I think I only use 2. No, I only use 1. And the reason for using 1 is if I have a Cosmoton in the field and I pick up 2 terraformings or 1 terraforming, it is useless. So if I choose to use 3 just to increase my chances of getting Cosmoton, it's not worth it because then I'm just bricking. Same goes with Witch or Farm Girl or Strawman or Forerunner. They are good monsters, but is it worth putting 3 of them in where if I have 2 Farm Girls in my hand, I only need 1? Because I can only activate the banishing effect once, or I can't banish a Farm Girl to summon Farm Girl. So it is in the end just a waste of cards because you can't do anything with it. Like with other Gravekeeper decks, you don't really need Terraforming in that because you have Commandant and you can discard him to summon it. That's why people use Upstart Goblin, because it's a free card. So you're not wasting cards, you're making more use of them because you can give your opponent 1,000 life points, but you get to draw a card. So with that you can do a lot. So even though you should have 40 cards, you should not try and waste it, but try and keep the best cards that if you were to pick that card up, it would be useful to you. Not a card that if you pick up, then there's a high chance of it being useless. So yeah, that's just 5 tips for dueling 5 things in dueling that I use to improve my deck, and hope you guys use it as well. Leave in the comments below if you use it or if it helps, but this is what I do, and it has helped in many situations. I don't risk it. I do sometimes for fun activate a lot of darkness to discard my whole hand, but not in tournaments. I play it fully safe. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Tell me what you guys think. If you want to make more videos like this for tips in Yu-Gi-Oh or what else you guys want to see. But other than that, like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next episode.